Tennessee-Syracuse, if you're a multi-screen kind of person during that noon window, that to me got like the JV screen. We're in the airport, myself and Caden Smith, just devouring a burger while watching Ohio State, Texas on one screen and then watching Tennessee-Syracuse on the other screen. But there was one play that stuck out to me where I'm like, oh boy, I think that's real, and I think that's going to change the game for Tennessee here in 2025. I feel a lot better about having them closer to 9 wins than 7 wins, as some folks did across the college football landscape. Tennessee and Joey Aguilar had a Mona Lisa of a play, a deep ball to Braylon Staley, 73-yarder, strike up the band. If you're a Tennessee fan, felt like a glass of cold water in the desert after the last couple of years. Because how many times had you seen that play be open and then see Joe Milton sailed into the third row of whatever stadium y'all were in, or Nico Iamaleava? One, maybe not even get the throw off. Two, once he did get the throw off, it was like 5 yards past the guy's head. Joey Aguilar stood back there, diagnosed like a doctor, delivered like a midwife, on the money to Braylon Staley. 73, like that was not just like catch and run 73 yards. It was like, no, from my guy's own 25-ish yard line, uncork it, Braylon Staley, baby in the basket, we're in the end zone. Had to feel good, man. Had to feel good. And I think a lot of people, if you're on the more pessimistic side or you're maybe a naysayer of the good Tennessee offense, you're saying, well, JD was wide open, right? Like, I could make that throw. One, no, you couldn't. It was a far throw, so miss me with that. Two, isn't that the point, that he was open? It's not the first time Tennessee's had guys running wide open downfield. Why? Because it's Josh freaking Heupel. Josh Heupel's going to scheme you open. I had an interview with Josh Heupel a couple of years ago, and I asked him point blank, could you scheme me open in the game? He says yes. And it was kind of a joke, but I don't think he was joking. Like, I genuinely think that's kind of the offense you're working with when you're Josh Heupel. Second part of this, they were running the football at a high level. Go back and look at that play. It was like darn near a full house looking kind of set back there in the shotgun. A couple of backs back there. What? Screaming, we're going to run the football at you. Why? Because Tennessee had run the football at a high level all day long. So when you run the football at a high level and you have those kind of splits, guys got to win one-on-one matchups, hit your head on the goalpost, quarterback give us the ball, we're scoring points, right? So the point I'm trying to make here is if you're running the ball at a high level, guys get open downfield, Josh Heupel's going to run the football. Death taxes in Tennessee going over 2,000 yards as a team every single year since he's been there, dude. That's how it's going to go. So this is going to be a real thing here. It's going to be a tangible thing. Joey Aguilar, when he came over from UCLA, from App State, one of the talking points for us was, hey, he's got some gunslinger to him, got to take care of the football, but that dude will let it ride deep. And when he uncorks it, he's got a pretty good hit rate when it comes to his downfield kind of passes, which if you're a Tennessee fan, he's not Nico, he's not Joe Milton. There's less hype on that front going into the season, but that might be what you need. Because ask yourself the questions that you would have for Tennessee. Defense? No. I think they're 12 to 14 deep on the D-line. Tim Banks, a freaking savant on that side of the football. Running game? I already told you. No, I don't think so. Don't care who's toting the rock. Those splits, their attitude running the football too, they prioritize it, that tempo. They're going to run the ball. Make no mistake about it. So those things being equal, and we have a deep passing game, at that point, it's the hibachi dinner for Tennessee. I get dinner and a show. Right, I got the fried rice, I got the steak, I got the shrimp, but also I had the freaking volcano onion going on here. All right, I got the solid defense, and I get the deep passing game. This is an experience now. This is an experience I'll take my family to. I'll go on a date here. Like I can use this kind of Tennessee team, this hibachi dinner. It's got a lot of uses, a lot of diversity to it, a lot of versatility to it. And if that's the case now, versatile teams win football games at a high level, especially now in the month of November. When we're all beat up, and we're going to just go ahead and win this game 17-10, cool, we can do that. Because I told you, run the ball, play defense. Oh, it becomes a shootout kind of game. I think that deep ball from Joey Aguilar, and it's just one play, but I think you're going to see a lot more of it going forward. That's there for Tennessee. That's going to be real. That's going to translate. Like, bring it on. Bring it on. So everyone talking about the Vols lost Nico, and they lost a lot of guys up front. They lost Dylan Sampson. They lost James Pierce. All true statements. But Josh Heupel, we said it before, he is the celebrity chef. You give him Pop-Tarts and beef liver, he's going to make something happen. He's going to cook. And we saw that against Syracuse, saw him that deep ball. Again, glass of cold water for the folks out there in Knox Vegas. Caden, you and I were in there at a Margaritaville, Miami Airport, bro. We're watching Ohio State, Texas. Then we see this and say, oh, what a ball by Joey Aguilar. What was your takeaway from that play, from that game? Just I want you to take it wherever you want to go. Joey Aguilar, deep ball, back at Tennessee, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's funny because obviously when Joey Aguilar comes to Tennessee, a lot of Tennessee fans in the office and just beyond in Nashville, and they know he came from App State, they're asking me, what's the deal on Joey? What's the deal on Joey?
Intel, yeah.
And we know.
I was one of them, by the way.
Yeah, we know. We see the interception stats. We know what that is. I think that what I was telling a lot of people, though, is interceptions, take it for how it is, can get a little sloppy with the ball, but he is a pure gunslinger. And I said when it comes to deep ball accuracy and acumen and throwing the ball deep, he is a lot closer to Hendon Hooker than he is to Joe Milton and Nico. And I think we saw that in that play, and that was my first thought. I know Tennessee fans were grinning ear to ear seeing that again because they probably haven't seen just a dialed-up deep ball like that since Jalen Hyatt was in their uniform. But I think it's funny. We talked about it before going into that game. What's the pie chart going to look like for this team? As far as the defense, the run game, and the passing game, how's it going to be split up? We know Josh Heupel is probably going to take this thing to its ceiling, to its max as far as getting wins. How poetic is 247 yards in the air and 246 yards on the ground? 50-50 balanced attack. 5 sacks on defense, forced 2 turnovers. They got some scores at the end of the game. Syracuse put together some drives kind of in garbage time. But to me, it's poetic that they literally went 50-50 run-pass. And I think that's the scariest version of that pie chart you were talking about. If Tennessee had to be a pass-heavy attack, had to be a run-heavy attack, had to really rely on their defense, if one of those things took up a ton of the chart, I think we would expect Josh Heupel to still get to that probably 8, 9, 10 win mark, however he gets there. But the fact that they're balanced, I think the most dangerous version of the pie chart is 33%, 33%, 33%. And we kind of saw that in this game. So curious how you feel Tennessee's ceiling is with that kind of balance. And is this a team that like wins a playoff game this year? Like I can't just, if we're doing Nico versus Tennessee power rankings right now, man, it's Tennessee's up 1. Nico's behind him given that performance against Utah. So yeah, I thought it was just such a good weekend for Vols fans and just probably the best weekend you could have as far as how the attack actually looked.
To quote the poet Aubrey Drake Graham, either hand is the upper hand.
Yeah.
We can run it. Joey can uncork it. Like all those things, Cato, that's a great point. If you can be balanced like that in that offense, sky's the limit. And the thing too, like in the deep passing game, I think people sometimes assume that throwing the ball deep is kind of like shooting a three-pointer. Like sometimes it goes in, sometimes it doesn't, depending on if you're feeling it. Like I think that the deep passing game is so touch-oriented for your quarterback. Like you don't just throw a good deep ball one time in practice and, oh, okay, cool, I hit on that one. Like if you're good on the deep ball, usually it's a trait. Like you're good on the deep ball.
Yeah, and that's what Joey was doing at App State. I mean, he had a knack, and he wanted to get it out there. Like, it's a part of his game he likes, and I think you mentioned it. Josh Heupel can scheme you open. Josh Heupel is going to get guys behind the defense.
Yeah.
And if he does that, Joey's going to throw it out there and give him a chance. So I agree with you there, man. It's one of those things where when you don't have it, it's like, Nico, can you hit that guy deep? Like, it wouldn't happen last year. This is a guy who take everything out of the game, the intermediate, short passing game, whatever, play action, on the run, whatever. That's his game. Like, this is his bread and butter. He loves to hit that deep ball. So I'm really excited, even more excited for this Tennessee team than I was before, who plays another cupcake, and then we're going to blink, and they're going to be playing Georgia here to open up SEC play. So couldn't be more excited about this Vols team for sure.
That's a great point, Cato. I'm so excited for that game against Georgia because you mentioned it, man. Like, what if Gunnar Stockton now rolls out there and, I don't know, maybe he's a little bit touch and go, and then before you know it, Joey Aguilar, couple deep shots, 14-0 Vols. Hey, Gunnar, can you answer? I'm just, far be it from me to predict that game just yet, but that game got a whole lot more interesting. Taking a lot from little now, but if that's in the bag for Tennessee, it's up. Yeah. It is very much so up.
Last thing I'll say there, if you just had one of those Georgia weapons on Tennessee, like a Branch, like a Noah Thomas, like if there's just one of those guys on Tennessee, I'd feel a lot better about them. So I think now kind of the kind of expectations shift to the receiving core, who doesn't have as many big names as we're used to seeing. Can those guys get open? We know Josh can get them open, but can they do their part, make some plays themselves? That's a big question for me going forward with Tennessee. Cato.
It's a great point. People remember in 2022, the way Georgia beat Tennessee, when Tennessee rolled in there with all the buzz and it was a massive spot and that Hendon Hooker, Jalen Hyatt team, Tennessee lost that game because Georgia was able to just lock down on the perimeter.
Clamps.
Good in the middle. We don't have to give extra resources. Like if Tennessee can win man-to-man, things get very interesting very, very quickly.